They said it was the toughest exam for any pilots in India. They said without expensive coaching or a secret mentor, you would fail. But hear this, I just got my results for my new DGCA RTR Part 1 exam and I passed with great marks. Completely on my own, no classes, no help, just pure strategy. If you are a student pilot, you know the RTR license used to be the ultimate roadblock. But as of 2025 and 2026, the game has changed. WPC is out, DGCA is in, and the rules are different. Today I am breaking down the new syllabus, the exam pattern, the fees, and the exact topics I faced. This is your roadmap to earning your wings without stress. Before we jump into the how, we have to look at why. For decades, RTR exams were conducted by WPC. It was brutal. You had only 4 locations in the entire country: Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. It was a 2-part battle on a single day. Part 1 was practical. You would write down the scenarios and transmit them. If you failed that, you were sent home immediately. If you passed, you went to Part 2, the Viva. This was a make or break oral exams on a different modules. One tough question from an examiner and you were out. But here is the reward. The DGCA has taken over. The dreaded Viva in Part 1 gone. Here is the new 2026 reality. The RTR Part 1 is now written MCQ exam. The format: 50 multiple choice questions. Passing marks 70%. That's 35 correct answer out of 50 questions. The huge bonus: once you pass this, you get 3 attempts to clear Part 2, which is practical. And those results are valid for 3 years. Wait for it. Part 2 is now a 30-minute simulated flight radio telephony test on a computer, while an examiner stands behind you to evaluate your proficiency in radio procedures and phraseologies. The passing mark is only 50%. It's not as scary as it sounds. We'll cover Part 2 in depth in our next video. So stay tuned. How to apply for RTR Part 1. Use your DGCA computer number on Pariksha portal to apply for RTR Part 1. This is as same as you apply for other exams. Fees: Rs 2,500 for a regular attempt and 5,000 for an online on-demand examination. And the locations: you can now give this at any DGCA exam centers in India. It's finally accessible like all the other DGCA exams. Now, I passed this through self-study, but I spent hundreds of hours digging through materials and manuals. You don't have to struggle. If you are finding the DGCA papers or this new RTR syllabus overwhelming, at phsaapilot.com we offer online classes you can attend from anywhere, saving you the cost of travel and relocation. We don't just read books, we solve practical problems, have live doubt solving sessions and provide 1,000+ questions, quiz and question bank to boost your confidence. Plus, I'll send you a free printed hard copy notes to your doorsteps, worth more than 20,000. From medicals to FTO selection, we have got your back. Visit phsaapilot.com today. You want secret syllabus? Here it is. ICAO Doc 9432. This is your Bhagavad Gita for RTR. Master basic phraseology and emergency procedures and everything you need to know about how to talk on a radio. Radio aids from navigation. Know frequencies and principle of operation of different nav aids like VOR, ILS, DME, localizer, glide path, radio altimeter, satellites, GPS, GNSS, etc. Basic electrics. Don't ignore Ohm's law, resistance and capacitance. And also remember SI units. From my actual exam, I vividly remember these questions. Ionosphere propagation. A lot of questions on this propagation and how it affects signals were asked. Phonetics. How to spell number like tree for 3 and alphabets like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc. were asked. Frequency bands. specifically those used in satellites, VOR, ILS, VHF, ADF, NDB, DME, and localizers were asked. The eye diagram. I haven't studied this, but it was there. So leave a comment down if you know about eye diagram. Make sure you know some of the important formulas of radio navigations. For example, C is equal to nu lambda, where C is the speed of light, nu is the frequency, and lambda is the wavelength. So these type of formulas are very important. SSR and interpretations. SSR and interpretation. Questions on secondary surveillance radar and signal interpretations were asked. Emergency frequencies. What frequencies exactly pilots talk on when things go wrong? And also the frequencies that are used between pilot to pilot communications. Questions on SI unit. Phrases like Wilco, affirmative. What is the phrases used to confirm by the pilots? What are the compulsory readback ATC instructions? Questions on DME, TCAS, etc. All this were asked. So I hope all these questions will help you clear your RTR part 1 in your first attempt. Passing part 1 is a massive win, but part 2 is where the real pilot talk happens. It has a separate application process and a fee of ₹500. I am making a detailed breakdown on RTR part 2 very soon. If you want that guide, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon and comment RTR part 2 below. Also, if you are just starting your pilot journey, don't miss my previous videos. I have done a deep dive into the Indian FTO pilot trap and a step-by-step guide on how to choose the best flight school in India so you don't waste your time and money. I have linked them right here or here at the end of this video. So go watch those to make sure you are protected. I am Sudarshan. See you at fsaapilot.com. Happy landings and be safe.